Hey everyone, it's Skipper Mark, and today is day 4 of Matt rebuilding the 305 engine in his 1985 IROC Camaro. If you haven't seen any of the previous videos, I have a link above and in the description below. Today Matt's going to do the main engine build, which includes installing the oil pump, camshaft, timing chain, and oil pan. Ooh, what do we have here, Matt?
Cams.
To keep costs down, he's reusing the heads that were already on the engine, but the lifters always have to be replaced when installing a new cam. For the initial break-in, it's very important to use break-in oil with a high zinc content, and Matt likes the Driven brand. It's probably not required, but he likes to let the lifters soak in the oil and then work on other tasks. The cam he got is a flat tappet style with about a 0.51 inch lift, so it should sound pretty good and it'll give good, decent driving performance. New cams need to be coated with high quality break-in lubricant, and there's several good brands available. To help the cam go in easier, Matt installs the cam sprocket, which gives him a little more leverage. The cam and crank sprocket have alignment dots on them, and they have to be lined up to work correctly. You may have to turn the engine over via the crankshaft to get them to line up. Right now it doesn't look like they're lined up great, but once the cam bolts get tightened, they will line up perfectly. Once everything's lined up and the timing chain is installed, it's time to tighten the camshaft bolts. Matt always puts a little Loctite glue onto the threads to keep the bolts from coming out and then torques them to the proper specs. I hate to keep saying that, but it is a really important step that a lot of people skip. The final step of the cam install is to install the timing chain cover gasket and the cover itself. The next item for the day is to install the oil pan and gasket. The gasket instructions say to put some RTV into the 4 corners and then install the rest of the gasket dry, meaning no RTV. The 4 corners are the 2 spots where the front timing chain cover meets the block, and the 2 spots in the back are at the rear main seal.
Thank you.
A lot of people make the mistake of putting RTV on the entire gasket, but you don't want to do that. Once that's done, install the pan and tighten the bolts. Matt always puts some oil into the filter before attaching it so it can absorb into the paper of the filter now rather than when the engine is first started and running. He also lubricates the gasket and puts a little onto the spot where it mounts to the engine to make a better seal. So that concludes day 4. If you have any questions, please leave a message in the comments below, and I'll be happy to answer as best I can. As always, thanks for watching and have a great day.